Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and my kitchen. Mamas, let's be honest. I mean, have you ever said to yourself, I am so tired of making dinner every single night. I just wish there was a recipe that I could double or triple, I could make a lot out of, and we could eat it for a few days, only not get bored. Well, I got you. It's called Jalapeno Chicken. It's not very spicy. It's not as spicy as it sounds anyways. And the best part is it's like literally only 3 ingredients. I'm gonna also show you how to make a Mexican street corn salad to go alongside, and then you can do whatever you want with it. You can make tacos, nachos, taco salad, burritos, enchiladas. I mean, it is just the recipe gift that keeps on giving. So let's make this. Really the hardest thing about this recipe is that you do kind of have to think ahead. Now, I took these thighs out of the freezer yesterday and we're gonna go ahead and marinate them today and then cook them tomorrow. So you do kind of have to plan ahead a little bit. But in this bag, I have 7 chicken thighs. Now that was 2 packages. So this is about 2 pounds of chicken thighs. You can do like 6 to 8 depending on how big they are. But I mean, really, this is our marinade. Now this is a can of pickled jalapeno peppers. This is not the same as the ones in the jar. It's kind of a totally different flavor. So they sell these in the Mexican section of the grocery store. You don't even have to pop this all the way. Really, we just want the liquid. We don't even need the other stuff on the inside. But we are honestly just gonna pour this over all of this chicken. And what's gonna happen is overnight, that jalapeno juice is gonna marinate our chicken. And then tomorrow, we're gonna come back and we're gonna pat this dry, and then we're gonna add a seasoning mix and grill it. I mean, it is really just that simple. And just like that, our marinating work is done. I'm gonna push all of that air out. You can easily double or triple, or I mean, you can make as many of this as you need. I mean, it's literally chicken, a Ziplock bag, jalapeno peppers in a can. How simple is that? I'll see you tomorrow. It is the next day, and I'm gonna show you how to finish that jalapeno chicken. But first, I promised you Mexican street corn salad. So I'm gonna show you how to make this really quick. And this kind of came together fast. The prep for this only took me 14 minutes, and that included searching for all my little pretty dishes too. So let's go ahead and put this together. I've got 2 cups of thawed frozen corn. Now, we don't get corn in northern Michigan until usually about after the 20th of July, or even sometimes a little later, depending on the rain and the weather and all of that. So I have to kind of rely on frozen corn, but I go ahead and I buy the good quality, the white and the yellow sweet corn when I buy it. So I've got 2 cups of that going right in. And then I've gone ahead and chopped some red pepper and some red onion. Now this is 1/3 cup of each, and that's like a fine dice. So we'll just put all of that in there. And I like, you know me, I like a lot of crunch. So, and then in this dish we have, I'll show you, we have a half a jalapeno, and again, almost about 1/3 cup of chopped cilantro. So we're gonna add that right in. There's only 2 of us that are really gonna eat this salad, and we'll eat it for a couple days. I knew that if I made the full recipe, I was gonna be stuck eating it for like a week, because if my husband doesn't like it, he won't eat it. So, and then I've got our cotija cheese, all crumbled, and that is again about, that's about 1/3 cup. I did not measure that. And then lastly, I've got this beautiful dressing. Now, you can see the little flecks in it. This dressing is made up of like a spoonful of mayonnaise. So I would say maybe a little more than a tablespoon, a spoonful of sour cream, and then I just drizzled a little bit of olive oil. It's got the squeeze of half of a lime, and it's got a pinch of sugar, a pinch of Hatch chili powder that's smoked, a pinch of cumin, and a little tiny pinch of salt. So that is it for our dressing. I'm going to go ahead and I'll include this all in the description box. So if you want the recipe for this, you can always go there. So we'll just add that right in. And then we'll go ahead and give everything a mix. I mean, how easy is that? Now, this would be good either with a little bit of this chicken in a corn shell taco. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But if you want to eat something slightly healthier, you could put this chicken over greens and then put this and let this dressing kind of be the dressing. Mix those greens and that chicken in, and it can be just one fantastic salad, because we know how much I love fantastic salad. So, and just like that, our salad has come together. Isn't that beautiful? All right, we're ready to get that chicken rolling. Now, I took that chicken out of the bag, just dumped that marinade. We're not keeping it, that jalapeno juice. And I am just going to spread this out on a piece of foil. You could do this on paper towel. I have also run out of paper towel, so I really need to get to the store. I have no parchment paper. I have no paper towel. So I need to get to the store. So I'm going to lay this out. Now, you could season this a few different ways. You could straight up put like your favorite taco seasoning, fajita seasoning, like something Mexican. I have kind of figured out that, and this was just purely another one of those accidental recipes. I actually mixed half and half of a barbecue rub and Mexican seasoning, like a fajita seasoning. It is delicious and perfect, and just that pop of sweetness against that like warm jalapeno marinated chicken. I mean, come on, it is the best. This is one of my husband's. He will eat this all day. You know, he doesn't mind eating this for a few days in a row. He does not. He is so funny. When I make something and I make like a big pot of something, he has a rule. He will only eat it for 2 days. Like anything beyond that, Jenny, and you're going to have to take it. You're going to have to finish it, because he just doesn't, which is so funny, but he really likes a lot of the same things. However, I will finish something. I hate it going to waste. And, but I am the adventurous eater in this family. And I always try as I may to get him to be as adventurous as I am. And sometimes he'll try things, but he likes what he likes, right? He's a hot dog, hamburger, sloppy Joe, pizza, wings. I mean, he's probably watching this going, amen, girl. He is funny, but he really does love this recipe. He loves it in a taco, on a flour shell taco. I love it in a corn shell taco or nachos. Oh, this makes really good nachos. But, you know, you could also chop this up with some Monterey Jack cheese and put this in enchiladas and then pour like a green, I would use a green enchilada sauce over this to kind of that tomatillo flavor against the jalapeno. Oh, that would be delicious. I have not tried that, but now I'm thinking I'm going to have to. All right. So we've got one side seasoned. We'll get the other side seasoned. I'm telling you. So 3 ingredients: chicken, that jalapeno, canned pickled jalapeno pepper juice, and seasoning. And that is how easy this is. So I'm going to go ahead and season. And I like to season things kind of liberally. Now, normally I would do this on the grill. I mean, this is best on the grill, but I'm in northern Michigan. We survived the ice storm. I don't know if you've been following the news, but we had a devastating ice storm. And so now we're dealing with high winds. It's been very, very windy. So I am not gonna light my grill on a day when I can't even keep it up to temp. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna cook these in a cast iron skillet on the stove, which is fine. Totally fine. All right, we've almost got these seasoned. I'm telling you, cooking from scratch, just, it's exciting. It's exciting when you know you've got a good recipe and you're like, I am looking forward to dinner. I mean, this really is one of those recipes. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these on the plate. And then we'll turn things around and we'll get to the stove and cook these off. All right, our skillet is ready. I'm going to go ahead and lay this chicken down. And we may have to do this in batches. I don't know that all of this will fit. Almost. And we'll let that get a good sear before flipping. All right, I had let this chicken sear on both sides for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, and then I went ahead and turned it down. I covered it and I let it go an additional 10 minutes, and I just checked and I see that our chicken is now done. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the heat, and I'm just going to pull this out. Ooh, look at that. Come on. Get all this chicken out of here. We'll let it cool slightly, and then we'll take it to the board and cut it. All right, our chicken is done and ready to chop. Now I'm going to show you how I serve this. We'll just get our pieces on the board. Chicken on the board. If you know, you know. Ah, this smells so good. My mouth is like, yes. I want some of this chicken. I might have to take that. And we've got our corn salad, our Mexican corn salad, all ready to go along with it. Let's slice these up. Okay, what I like to do is I just like to do little strips. And that way, when you go ahead and you eat this, you can put it, like I said, in a salad. You can put it in a taco. You can chop this up more, maybe more square pieces for enchiladas. Oh, it's so tender. And like normally I cook it on the grill, but I mean, in northern Michigan, you just really can't. It's just that time of year. It's April. You can't depend. Sometimes it's 70 degrees. Sometimes we're in a snowstorm. So today it's wind. You just never know. But once it hits summer, it's a beautiful place to be. I happen to live in one of the most touristy areas of the state. I mean, Michigan is a huge tourism state anyways, but we live in a especially, if you know where Charlevoix is, in the wintertime, it's about like 2,500 to 3,000 people. And in the summer, it can swell up to 30,000 and plus with all of the summer homes and, whoops, different things. Oh, I am so hungry. I am ready to dive in to this chicken. And you know, the flavor on this, now you would think that marinating overnight in jalapeno juice would make this really super hot, but it's not. It is, I would say, like, my daughter has the weakest palate in the family. And she does not like spicy things really. And she likes this. So I would say this is a mild to medium. It's not, I wouldn't call it mild, but I wouldn't really call it medium. Some medium is pretty hot. So this is just slightly, I mean, you can, oh, that's is that jalapeno? I mean, you can kind of tell it's there, but it's not overwhelming and it's not super spicy. Now for some, that's a bummer, right? Like, because you like it spicy. Well, in that case, add some of that spicy salsa, or my husband really likes that salsa Bravo. I think it's a La Victoria product. I mean, if we don't have that in the house, he likes that on breakfast burritos. He likes that on his tacos, any nachos. He loves spice. So, I mean, maybe that's why he loves this recipe, because it's not, I wouldn't consider it mild, but I really wouldn't consider it hot either. Look how nice that looks. And this will feed us, there's 3 of us every day in this house. And so this will feed us for 2 days. This will feed us 2 meals, 2 good sized meals. Now you could make some rice or beans to go along. I mean, you could actually put this in a rice bowl too. Put it down a little bed of rice, put some beans, tomatoes, avocados, put this chicken. I mean, you could, that's just one of the beautiful things about this recipe. You can do this so many different ways. I mean, I love Mexican food. And I know I'm always saying I love this and I love that. I really do. I'm passionate about food. I adapted this recipe from another video that I saw. I just kind of changed it for what I thought my family would like. And when we tried it, oh buddy, it was like, where has this recipe been all our lives? So we're done with that. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. All right, friends, the time has come. It's time for the taste. It's the part you all love, right? All right, that chicken. Thigh meat is so good. I'm telling you, it is not spicy. That is not spicy. It's just a warm flavor. That is really good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that salad. It's like a party in my mouth. It's good. All right, friends, just like that, dinner is done. And that question is answered. And I've got dinner for 2 nights. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get out those nacho chips, the cheese, the lettuce, and the flour shells so I can make me and the rest of my clans some dinner tonight. But what's awesome about this is I can totally make something different out of what's left for tomorrow. Now, one of the things I forgot to mention was I like to use thigh meat because it stays really well overnight in this when you make, when you're going to use this recipe again. So there's a tip of the day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you made this, and thank you so much.